This is Das from Thriller Recapped, and today we are going through a 2014 thriller black comedy film titled The Interview. In the beginning, the movie starts with on a news report about the missile launch of North Korea that can reach the west coast of the United States. Many countries react and describe the North Korean leader, Kim Jong, as a young untested leader with high nuclear ambition. David Skylark is a famous talk show host of Scholar. This show features the lives of the renowned celebrities and discusses their personal topics and gossip about their lives. They interview the famous rapper Eminem in their 1000 episodes, where the rapper admits that he is a gay and wonders why the people didn't notice it for. He makes it obvious in the songs that he made. The producer of the show, Rappaport, and all the crews of the show are surprised upon hearing the coming out of Eminem. Fortunately, that episode reached a very high. After the show, David, Aaron, and the staff celebrate their milestone of reaching the 1000th episode at the party. Aaron sees his old friend in college who becomes a producer just like him. Aaron excitedly greets him and expresses his happiness that they both produce news for television. Unfortunately, his old friend mocks his show and tells that they might be in the same field, but their works are different. For he delivers serious news and stuff that matters, while Aaron's show exposes the secrets of prominent Sullivan. Aaron cannot focus on work because of what his old friend told him while they are interviewing a celebrity about his baldness. Their show is interrupted by a flash report about North Korea's thermonuclear weapon that targeted an uninhabited island in South Pacific. Aaron, David, and the crew are all disappointed because their live feed has gone after the show. David tells Aaron that he notices that he is out of focus. David tells Aaron that he would like to change Henri. He would like to deliver informative news instead of. David agrees because he doesn't want to lose Aaron. One day, while Aaron is in the office, David excitedly delivers a very important piece of information that he read on the net. He finds out that the North Korean leader, Kim Jong, is an avid fan of their talk show. David encourages Aaron to arrange an interview with the leader. At first, Aaron is hesitant because Kim Human is the most reserved leader in the nation, but eventually agrees because he realizes that this is his chance to deliver real. While Aaron is in the taxi, he receives a call from an unregistered number. The man tells him that he is calling from the office of the Secretary of Communication of North Korea. Aaron thinks it is a prank call, but he comes to his senses when the man on the other line says that they would like to discuss the possible interview of David to their leader. Right in an instant, he books a flight to the location of the meeting. Aaron follows the location of the meeting, but is surprised that it is a mountain with no building nor establishments. Aaron falls asleep because of tiredness. When a helicopter approaches his location, he cannot believe his eyes because it is from North Korea. A woman representative named Sok goes out from the helicopter just to tell him the Kenya Nong grants an interview with David inside North Korea, but the leader will be the one to provide the questions, and the terms are. So together with the soldiers from North Korea, hurriedly left after they delivered the information to Aaron. Aaron is so disappointed because they can just discuss it via phone. He is not prepared for the trip and is already very tired and exhausted, for he flew all the way there in an instant, without preparation, just to hear that simple instruction from them. Aaron goes back to his office and tells David and his staff about what happened with this. He is terribly disappointed, but is a bit relieved because he finds the woman representative of North Korea attractive. He doesn't want to continue the interview because of the terms that were given to them. But data convinces him that this is a one-of-a-kind opportunity that everyone is dying to have. Finally, Aaron agrees. Aaron live in his show. David announces that he will interview the dictator of North Korea, which receives a lot of negative. Aaron would like to back out, but once again, David convinces him that the people in the news industry who criticized them are just jealous because they will be the first one to have an interview with a secluded leader before the day of the interview. CIA agents visit Aaron and David and convince them to assassinate Kim Jong-un with a transdermal time-delayed ricin strip, and the fatal dose of poison will be transferred via handshake. They don't have any choice but to reluctantly agree to them. The CIA agents, together with David and Aaron, plan the mission impossible to North Korea. The CIA and warns the two that they will enter the most dangerous planet on Earth, so they need to follow the plan. David and Aaron finally arrive in North Korea. They are warmly welcomed by the North Korean people, including the woman representative whom Aaron met in China. Aaron finds Sok attractive, so he is extremely happy upon seeing her. They ride a limousine on the way to Kim Leo Moon's. In the car, David tells Sok that he is interested in the history of their country, but finds out that the people are starving to death. Aaron tries to stop David from asking awkward questions, But Sauk bravely answers that what he knows are common misconceptions about their country. They stopped by in a grocery store with lots of food to prove that the nation has enough food to eat. They also see a fat child who looks healthy and justify Kim's advocacy to make sure that no one's hungry in there. David once again asks another controversial issue about the dictator that he doesn't pee or poo. Suk responds that can work so hard that he burns the energy from inside. They finally arrive at Kim's house. David and Aaron are both amazed at how big the place is. Before they enter the house, security officers examine their bags and find the rice and strip. David says that it is just gum, so the officer choosing the security personnel escort them to them. Before David and Aaron talk, they check if there is a hidden camera in the room with a watch that the CIA agent gave them when they are sure that the room is safe. They finally sent a report to the CIA agent that they need a new set of rice and strips because the officer chewed the first set of poison. The new set of rice and strips will be our drop to them. But Aaron needs to go out to get the package. He refuses, but he doesn't have any choice. So he wears dark clothes and crawls in the grass. Unfortunately, a Siberian tiger is about to. Luckily, the package drops on the Siberian tiger's head that kills it. Aaron bravely gets the package and hides it inside his ass so that the soldiers will not see it. He successfully secures the package and brings it inside the room. That same night, an unexpected visitor knocks on their door. It is Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. Kim gladly greets David and informs him that he is an avid fan of his show. Kim also invites him for breakfast and a tour of the house. The next morning, Kim tours David, who is. David bravely tells him the rumors about North Korea. But Kim denies everything and explains that those rumors are just black propaganda and his country as wealthy. Kim brings David to a room where he shows his car collection, including a war tag. David is very amazed by what he sees to spend the day together and eventually become friends. Sok shows Aaron the control room for the interview. She shows the kill switch that will cut the signal if David and Aaron violate any of the rules during the interview. Aaron promises that they will abide by the rules. David tells Aaron that he enjoys Kim's company. He describes the day as one of the best days of his life. Aaron reminds him of their mission that they need to assassinate Kim, but David exclaims that he is already having second thoughts about it. After spending a day with a dictator, he thinks that he is a good guy and all the rumors about his country are fake. Aaron tries to convince David that Kim is just manipulating him. Their discussion is interrupted when security officers suddenly enter. One of the officers is the one who chewed the poison, which he thinks has gone. David and Aaron asked about his condition, but the officer asks them to stop asking about his health because they look more suspicious. The officers tell them to join the bank with that. Kim prepared David and Kim have a great time at the banquet. The place looks amazing with the children playing music for the visitors. Aaron notices that the officer who chewed the gum is having a hard time breathing. Unfortunately, the officer had his. Another officer tries to help him, but he is accidentally shot by the officer who is suffering from seizure. Both officers died, which made Kim cry out loud. All the people in the banquet shed tears as well. David tells Aaron that he doesn't want to proceed with the plan anymore. After that, he throws the rice and strip in the fountain. They are interrupted when an officer arrives to escort David to Kim. David doesn't know that Aaron is waiting in the room to continue that. Aaron introduces himself to Kim and would like to shake his hands, but unfortunately David stops him. David attends the dinner that Kim prepared to honor the officers that died in the banquet. Kim recklessly expresses his anger to the people who underestimate him as a leader. David is so surprised upon seeing the changes in Kim's attitude. David goes out of the restaurant and wanders around the area. He goes to the grocery store that he saw when he arrived in North Korea. He is very surprised to see that the store is just a fake one and realizes that Kim lied to him. So it goes to Aaron's room to discuss the details of the interview. He is hesitant because the poison is still on his hand. Let's look is persistent. The two drink together and eventually build an intimate relationship. Sauk discloses that Kim Yuma and lies to them and reveals that the leader is as cruel as his father and grandfather. She also adds that Kim's bad person who murders. The conversation of the two is interrupted when David enters the room and exclaims that the grocery store is fake and the dictator lied to them, so they should proceed to the original plan to assassinate him. Suki is very surprised upon hearing the plan, so she gets up the bed. David is surprised as well upon seeing Sok inside Aaron's room. The three connive and decide to continue the interview to show the people of North Korea the real face of Kim Jong-un before the interview starts. Ken gives David a dog. The interview is internationally televised and many people watch it. David bravely addresses sensitive topics about North Korea, including the people who are dying from starvation. On the other hand, Aaron and Sok take over the control room and attack the officers who try to stop the broadcast. Kim is very offensive with David's questions. David sings Kim's favorites on Firework by Katy Perry that sheds him into. Because of too many emotions, Kim poops on his pants. The people who are watching the interview, especially the people in North Korea, are surprised upon knowing the truth about Kim's identity. Kim is so humiliated out of anger. He shot David on the chest, but luckily he has a bulletproof vest. Kim goes out of the room without knowing that David is still alive. David, Aaron, and Sok together with the puppy escape Kim's house. They ride Kim's war tank to get to the pickup point. David shoots Kim's helicopter. That kills. So guides Aaron and Data to an escape route, but she decides to stay in her country. The two are successfully rescued by the army from America later in America. David writes a book about his experiences in North Korea while Aaron continues his career as a repetitive producer and keeps communication with the love of his life. North Korea finally conducts its first democratic elections and surrenders their nuclear weapons. Hey, you see this video on the screen? This is a video that YouTube thinks it's suitable for you, and in most cases they are never wrong. Click it now before it disappears. Anyway, subscribe now, and if we get to 50k likes, I will make a part 2 of this film. Until then, stay thrilled.